everyone, today I've come on to do prompt number 22 of Junk Journal July UK, which is hosted by the Vintage Button on YouTube and is a collaboration between the Facebook group Junk Journal Community Chat Room UK, Be Happy Stationery, design team members and guest designers. So prompt number 22 is photography. So I thought the first thing I thought was, oh, pictures of people and let's do a cabinet card, but I've done cabinet cards before and I thought, no, let's do something else. So I've taken some pictures of my garden. These are actual photographs of my garden. These are my nasturtiums, and my nasturtiums are looking lovely at the minute, and if you look closely you'll see that there are loads of butterfly eggs on there. And today when I took a photograph, what I got was loads of huge caterpillars. So they're eating my nasturtiums, and I thought, well, you know, if they're going to turn into butterflies, I'm going to let them do it. Yes, so I've left them on there and I've been taking pictures of them to see how they're progressing. And yeah, as I say, today I've got a photograph of some huge caterpillars on. Anyway, that's enough about my nasturtiums. So these could be pictures of anything. It could be pictures of your grandkids, pictures of a day out you've been on. It can be photographs of your granny, anything at all. I've got photographs of my garden because my journal is the HeARTful, I got it right that time, HeARTful Herbology kit, and I wanted to keep it nature related, so yeah. So what can you do with your photographs? I've printed mine out onto a thin card or a thick paper. You can use it as a pocket like that, just glue it on three sides and you've got a pocket. You can use it as a journaling card, it can be written on the back of. You can get your little ones like this and shape them into a tag, or it could be a decoration on another page. I could glue that onto the edge of there, look, that would work. I've done a long one that I could use as a belly band, so I glue it at the top and the bottom and it could become a belly band. So that's what I did with mine. I'm going to look for, I need something for here, but I haven't decided what I'm going to put on there yet. So I'm going through and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to put where. Yeah, so I could put something there, but I don't really want to cover those bottles up. Maybe I could put that bit there, just as a bit of decoration, or at the top there, or at the side. This bit I did think would just be a little bit of decoration. I could maybe even put it on the corner of that page there. This is a writing page, and I don't like to fill up my writing pages, but I don't mind popping I do like to pop a little something in the corner. So yeah, I could do that. And if I only glued it just down the side there, I could then tuck something into it if I wanted to as well. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Why the heck not? So I'm going to do that. I'm literally just going to glue it down there like that. Put a bit of plastic on it as well, yeah, and then you can just, whatever you want, you can just pop in there if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So that's that, and that will keep that bit as well, won't it? Let's just pop it over there. Whoops. I don't want to get glue everywhere. This page I absolutely love, and I'm going to make it 3D by cutting this out again and popping it on the top. This page I love. This one's going to get a little bit of something in the corner. I'm just trying to see where I've got that I can put these photographs. I don't want to put photographs on here because I'm going to use that all to write on, but I could do. If you wanted to, instead of having these pictures, you could just replace it with your photographs, especially if they're sentimental photographs. Mine aren't sentimental, they're just... See, I could cover up that writing page with my photograph, because this is going to be a writing page, but I like the idea that that's for writing on. I could just pop my photograph in there and use it as a tag. We'll do that on that page. Love that page. This is a writing page. That one's got that. Love these as well. I'm going to do some more of those. I've got a couple more of those in the kit. Right, could I use that as a belly band on? See, that page is so pretty. I don't want to cover it up with that really. This one, I'm not so bothered. It's a this page is a masterboard background. I love it. I love the page, but it's not, you know, I'm not too worried if it covers up that bit in the middle because I can still see the rest of the page and it looks nice. So I'm going to use this one as a belly band. I'm going to treat them as I would a picture because that's exactly what they are, isn't it? They're just pictures. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing with my photographs. But you can also get photo corners if you wanted to really mount a photograph nicely. You could frame it. There are frames you can use, loads of frames all over the shop you can find. And I have done that before. I framed a picture and popped it in my, that would look nice framed, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, that really does look pretty, doesn't it? And what I would do, I would use the frame that way round, I would ink it, I'd cut my picture out, glue it onto the back of there, and then find somewhere to put it in the journal. In fact, let's do that, shall we? So I'm going to do it. Where's my pen? I'm going to draw around here. I'm going to do it that way around because I don't want to ruin the bit that I'm going to. I want my grandchildren's watering can in there, so I'll do it like that. Yeah, so you can frame them, you can get little corners to pop them on so that they're not there permanently. You can just, you know, you can move them and you can change them. I have actually got a photograph album that I'm planning to turn into a journal. You know, use the photograph album, but whether I do or not, whether I ever get round to it is another thing. I've always got something to do. So I'm going to cut this out just inside where I drew those lines because I know then that it'll fit. Yeah, that's my grandchildren's watering can, although they've progressed now to water guns to watering the plants with, and last time they did it, two of the boys, they ended up watering each other, and they weren't very keen on getting wet. So I said, well, that is why we said to you to go and water the plants with your new gun and not be watering each other. But yeah, you know what young children are like. You give them a water gun, somebody's going to get wet. Yeah, so I've cut it out to fit my frame like that. I'm going to glue it into, doesn't that look pretty? Honestly, I love that. So now I'm going to just go around my frame with this distress ink because it's the ink I've used throughout the journal, and I think it'll just, I don't like the stark white a bit. I don't like stark white in my journal, in this one anyway, because it's not a stark white journal. So yeah, there we go, that's enough, I think. And then we glue the edge of the frame on the back, just the edge bit like this. And then pop the picture on like that. Oh yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? It can be used as a journal card because it's got the space on the back. It can be used as a tuck in the corner of a page. It could even be used as a dangle, couldn't it? You could put a hole through there and just dangle it on your page. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. I don't want to do that, but you could do. I could put it there like that as a tuck spot. I could put it in the middle of a page as the main feature of the page. If that was a picture of something sentimental or someone sentimental like your grandchild or your husband or something like that, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? But honestly, I love that picture. I really do like it. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that, or up here, or yeah, I'm thinking something like that. On a decorative page I want to put it though, not on a writing. Well, I suppose it could go on a writing page. There's nothing to stop it, is there? It could go on a writing page. It could be the corner tuck. No, I want it to have its own special place really, so let's see. I'm thinking it can be a tuck spot. Not on there because that's a lovely big writing spot. That's a lovely big writing spot. Sandra said that that looked like a pumpkin and a spider. It actually is a bee. Let me see if I can get the bee picture up there for us, Sandra. Don't know if it'll fit in that way, but if I can get it through there, you'll be able to see that it's a bee and not a pumpkin and a spider. I said to her, I can't unsee it now. Yeah, it's funny. No, I can't. Oh, there we are. We can see it's a bee now. Look, there we are. Yeah, I really like that. I do love it so much. Came out well, didn't it? And it's something I hadn't thought about doing. It just came together nicely, and that's really good how it does that. I love how it does that. That is my OTT page, my maximalist page. That is my postcard. I'm thinking I'm going to put it on a writing page like that and just do sort of the bottom and up the side so that it can be a tuck spot. Do I do that, or do I leave it as it is and have it as a journaling card? I mean, I can always make another one if I want to. I think I'm going to go with the tuck spot on the writing page. So I'm just going to go across the bottom and up the side, and then we can tuck something in it. I have got lots of things that I want to be tucking in, so I really ought to be thinking about that, didn't I? Really pleased with that photo though. And the last journal I did was for someone in particular. It was an ordered journal. It wasn't one that I would just made and sold. It was one that had been ordered, so I knew who it was for, I knew who was getting it, and she sent me some private pictures that I did frame with wooden frames and make a whole feature of them on a few of the pages, and I really liked that, really loved it. So yeah, if it had been, because there were pictures of people, if this had been a picture of a person, that's what I would have done. I'd have, you know, made it bigger and I'd have made it a feature on the page. So, do we have something to tuck in there? I know we do, of course we do. Here we are, let's have this bee picture. And then we can have writing on the back, and we can have writing on the back of the bee picture. And yeah, that, oh, I love it so much. So, that was my interpretation of the prompt photograph. I hope you enjoyed that and got some inspiration from it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.